Hey, what's up guys, Lego Kid here, and it's been a while since I've last talked to you guys on camera, and the reason why I haven't been uploading much lately is because this is actually my last week of school, and thank God I am finally going into the summertime, and which means more Lego sets are going to be revealed, and that means I'll also have more time to make these videos. But anyways, over the past week or so, there has been so many great and amazing new 2023 summer sets that have been leaked, one of which is including the new Lego City passenger plane, which I have to admit looks so great. And then we also have this new Sonic set, as well as 3 Star Wars sets, 1 PacMan machine, which is crazy, and then we also have a couple Minecraft sets as well. So anyways, starting off the list here with Star Wars, the first set we have is set number 75359, and also called Ahsoka's Clone Trooper 332nd Battle Pack. Now this set will be retailing for $27 in the US. This set will also contain 108 pieces and along with 4 minifigures. So starting off with the minifigures, the first one we have is Clone Captain Vaughn, and then we have 3 of the 332nd Clone Troopers, and in this set, all of them seem to have a new helmet print colored in orange, which looks nice, and they all seem to reuse that same 501st Clone Trooper torso print and leg printing as before. So really the only new thing about them is just their helmet prints, and I don't know if they have new face prints or not. Either way, this set is pretty basic, and seeing as how it's priced at $27 is a little bit too much here, and to be honest, it's just another typical battle pack set here. I don't see why the price is up like $7 than normal. Either way, it's still a pretty nice set though. I like the different variety of minifigures you get here. And there's also a pretty good looking build for this like hovercraft here. It also has stud shooters at the front, and there's also a side seat here for somebody to pilot it, and there's also a little cannon off to the side for one of the people to operate. So that's it for this battle pack here. And then next up we have set number 75365, and also called the Yavin 4 Rebel Base. Now this set will be retailing for $170 in the US. This set will also contain 1,067 pieces and along with 12 minifigures. So for the minifigures, one of them is Luke Skywalker, and then we also have Han Solo and Princess Leia, so the 3 main characters of the movie. And then we have General Donana, I think, and then we have Garvin Dress, John Vandar, Chewbacca, C-3PO, R2-D2, and then we also have a Rebel Fleet Trooper and a Rebel crew member. Now, I don't know the past 4 names there. I probably pronounced them wrong, but either way, this set is actually pretty good, and I think this is the second time we've gotten a Yavin 4 base, or maybe this is like the first time in a while we've gotten a base like this. So either way, like the build for the base itself, looks pretty good. There's also a little tree build off to the side. There's also like a crew carrier cart or whatnot to transport minifigures across the terminal. Either way, I like how this set turned out, and there's also a build for a Y-Wing too, so I like the inclusion of that vehicle here. Either way, it's a pretty good set, and it's actually not a bad inclusion for this wave. And finally, we have set number 75360, and also called Yoda's Jedi Starfighter. Now, this set will be retailing for $35 in the US. This set will also contain 253 pieces, and along with 2 minifigures. So for the minifigures, one of them is, of course, Yoda, and I believe his torso print may be slightly different, but other than that, he has the same head mold he's always had, and he also has the typical lightsaber as well. And then we also have R2-D2 included, and he's pretty much the same too. And for the build of Yoda's Starfighter here, like the build for the ship, I like the dark green and the gray color scheme going around it. And for the cockpit here, you can only see Yoda inside, no other minifigure. and there's also a spot on the back of the ship to see R2-D2 as well. So a pretty basic set, but also nice to get here. Either way, these three Star Wars sets are actually pretty good. The one set, if not, to be honest, I probably won't pick up any of these sets because of the prices, and not only that, but I'm not really that big of a Star Wars fan. But if anything, I would probably pick up the Battle Pack, even though it's priced at like $27, but I'll see if I can find it on sale at any point. The Yavin 4 Rebel Base is also a pretty good set, and for it being $170, I think that's a little bit too much. I forgot to mention, but still a pretty good set to get either way. And for Yoda's Jedi Starfighter, it's also a pretty good set to have included in this wave. And moving on to my favorite set leak out of the bunch, here we have set number 60367, and also called the Lego City Passenger Plane. Now this set will be retailing for $100 in the US, and that price could very well end up being $110 due to Lego's price increase thing they got going on. This set will also contain 913 pieces, and along with a minifigures. Now, right away, when I first saw this set leak for the set, I was just amazed. I really love everything that you get in this set here, with the build of the airplane to the three different side builds as well, and also the variety of minifigures that are included. This set is, again, one of my few favorites for this new city wave. For the price of this set being $100, I think that's absolutely fine for everything that you get here. Although, seeing as how Lego's got their price increase thing going on, it'll probably be $110, which I think that's also pretty fine. I mean, that's not too bad, but it's best at $100 for right now. Anyways, for the minifigures, we got a pretty decent selection of them. So first off, we have 4 passengers, and I believe all of them seem to have a new torso print, which is nice to get. And I think one of them does have a new hairpiece. I could be wrong. And then we have 4 airline workers. 2 of them are ground workers, and then we have 1 pilot, and as well as 1 airline attendant. So the variety of minifigures included in this set is actually really great. And for the 3 different side builds, one of them, like, this is the one build out of this set that really interests me the most. And this is the Airbus, or like this bus that you can take across the terminal to get to the airplane. So this is the first time I've ever seen a set include a like little Airbus for the airport. So I do like the build for it. There's also an opening side door, so you can have a few minifigures seat inside. I don't know if somebody's supposed to drive it, but I think it's more of like a, I guess it's a electric bus, I think. Either way, I like the build for the bus here. Looks pretty good. And then we also have a luggage cart as well, and also some stairs for passengers to get access inside and out of the plane. And then there's also this truck here that can pull the plane across the terminal. And for the main build, we have, of course, the passenger airplane. And again, love the detailing and the look of it. And I believe the main wing here on the side is colored in white this time around, which is nice to get. I also like the build at the side here. There's also a print at the top with the Air logo on the roof. And the plane also reuses that same I think it's that same like windshield piece from the 2020 airport set, or the cover of it. I don't know. I also like the shaping of the underbelly, and as well as the build for the engines here, which look great. At the back, the tail is covered in blue, and the wings are kind of angled up. So overall, this set really amazing. I absolutely love it, and the set actually turned out a lot better than I expected it to. So yeah, this set I will definitely get. However, the one turnout for me is just the $110 price point. But I'm just going to completely ignore that and say this set is amazing, and I'm going to get it no matter what. And next up, we have our first pictures of the 5th Sonic set that was just revealed. So this here is set number 76993, and also called Sonic vs. Dr. Eggman's Death Egg Robot. Now this set will be retailing for $65 to $70 in the US. This set will also contain 615 pieces, and along with 3 minifigures. So for this set being at $70, I think that's a little bit too much for all that you're getting here. I would say this is more of like a $50 set, maybe 60 at most. But either way, this is still a pretty good set. So first off, with the minifigures, one of them is of course Sonic, and he's pretty much the exact same throughout every set. So he has the same torso print, same leg printing, and he also has his same head mold. And then we have Dr. Eggman yet again, and he also comes out in that $100 Sonic set for this summer, and he's pretty much the exact same. I like the shaping for his torso, and he also has the longer leg pieces, and he also has a new head mold, which I also like. And then for the third minifigure, we have a robot, I believe is the servant to Dr. Eggman. But either way, for the builds here, one of them is of course the egg robot. So I do like the build for it. I like the shaping at the front. And I also kind of like the head here where it kind of looks like Dr. Eggman's. So either way, you're able to see Dr. Eggman inside the robot to control it. There's also some stud shooters on one of the arms, and it looks like it has some great posability, and overall I like the detailing and the build for it. There's also a little bit of an obstacle course for Sonic, and of course in the set Sonic comes with his little power ore ball whatnot, and there's also a button for it so you can make him go flying. There's a little ramp and also some spikes popping out of the ground. And for a little side build in the background, we kind of have this like little lab setup, which I believe is for Dr. Eggman. I just think that's kind of like a weird inclusion. I don't really care for that build. But either way, this set overall is actually not bad. And for it being $70, I think that's a little bit too much again, but still, it's a really great set, and I think it's a great addition to this new wave of Sonic sets. All right, and next up we have 4 new Minecraft sets that were leaked. So first off, we have set number 21250, and also called the Iron Golem Fortress. And this set is going to be retailing for $110 in the US. And I think the price for this set is a little bit too much. I don't know the piece amount or anything like that. But either way, I love the build for this Iron Golem-like fortress. I also like the variety of minifigures we get in the set. I believe one of the minifigures is the Crystal Knight from that character vote a few months back from LegoCon. But anyways, we also have another character, and both of them do have some different skins on. We also have 2 skeleton on horses, a charged creeper, and then we also have an iron golem. So overall, this set is pretty good. It definitely stands out to me the most. I love the build for the Iron Golem Fortress, and it looks like it has a lot to do inside the model. And then next up, we have set number 21247, and also called the Axolotl House. And this set is going to be retailing for $27 in the US. I think the build for it is kind of basic. Either that or I'm just not seeing the complete picture that I'm seeing right now. But either way, I like the build for the Axolotl house. It's kind of cute in my opinion. It looks like there's not really that much room inside the house from the angle I'm looking at. But either way, for the minifigures, one of them is like this scuba diver. We also have a Drowned Mob. And then we also have 2 axolotl and 1 dolphin. So I like the different minifigures included. Either way, I like the setup for this axolotl house and how it's kind of placed on the coral reef floor. And then next up, we have set number 21248, and also called the Pumpkin Farm. Now, this set will be retailing for $37 in the US. This set is also pretty okay. I do like the setup for this pumpkin-like house. We also have a little pumpkin farm off to the side, and there's also the inclusion of a frog here as well. And then we have Steve in a witch mob too, so the minifigures are pretty good. And for the builds here, we have kind of like this pumpkin house right next to a swamp setup. Either way, this set is pretty okay. And then finally, we have set number 21249, and also called the Crafting Box 4.0. And this one is going to be retailing for $75 to $80 in the US. And I still think that price is a little bit too much. But either way, I don't really care much for these crafting box Lego sets. They're pretty good for the minifigures and stuff that you get in them, but the builds that, you tend to build just don't really turn out well. Either way, for the minifigures, one of them is a creeper. We also have a zombie, and then we have Steve and a blue sheep. Either way, I kind of like the setup for this first model here from some of the bricks. Either way, I'm not really into crafting boxes that much. So I think this new wave of Minecraft sets is pretty okay. The one set, if I was to pick up, I would probably get the Axolotl house. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about the Iron Golem Fortress. I don't know. I'll just have to see what they actually look like when I get more clear images. But so far, I would say this new Minecraft wave is pretty good. And next up from the LEGO Marvel theme, we have a new life-size Captain America shield set that's going to be coming out. So this here is set number 76262 and also called Captain America's Shield. Now this set will be retailing for $210 in the US. This set will also contain 3,182 pieces. So yeah, this set is pretty big, and to be honest, like for all that you're getting here, I just don't think it's really that worth it. I mean, it's a really cool display model, but just $210 on just one single build, that's, more of a display model and you can't really play for it. I just think that's a little bit too much, but either way, I still like the build for Captain America's shield here. I like the shaping of that star in the middle, and also how all of the plates are perfectly lined up to form this nice circle. Either way, I do, again, like the build for Captain America's shield, and there's also a display stand for it. But again, for $210, I just don't think it's worth it because, it's more of a display model, and you can't really do much when you build stuff like this. So yeah, I still think it's a pretty good set, but just a display model like this one, I just don't think it's worth it. Next up, we have a new PacMan slot machine that was revealed. So this here is set number 10323 and also called PacMan slot machine. Now this set will be retailing for $270 in the US. This set will also contain 2,651 pieces and along with one minifigure. Oh boy, so this set is all over the place with the builds and just the different action features. So first off, with the build of the actual Pac-Man machine itself, love the look and the detailing for it, and I like how all of these stickers are kind of referencing to the original Pac-Man machine. Not only that, but there's also a side build that has the ghosts and also Pac-Man himself, as well as these little one by one stud tiles to kind of represent the ghost and also Pac-Man. So I find that really cool. Either way, love the build for the machine here. On the inside, it shows kind of like the mechanisms of how this game works. And yes, apparently you can actually play around with this and you can play it like an actual game, so that's pretty good. Either way, inside there's also this little arcade setup that has a mini scale version of the Pac-Man machine. And there's also a female minifigure, and here she has a new torso print, which looks good. And I think she has a new face print in this set. I could be wrong, but I guess the only thing new about her is just her torso print. Either way, I love the build for the Pac-Man machine here, and also the little side build with the setup of these three characters. So overall, this set is pretty good. Obviously, I'm not going to pick it up, but it's still a good display model to have if you're a big fan of the original Pac-Man games or just video games in general. So anyways, that is pretty much it for all of these new recent 2023 summer set leaks. So my personal favorite is definitely the Lego City one. Some of the sets I will definitely make sure to consider getting is, for one, the Lego City passenger airplane. I'll see if I'll get the one of the Minecraft sets. I'm between the Axolotl house and the Iron Golem fortress. Maybe the Clone Trooper battle pack from Star Wars. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about it. But anyways, all of these sets are pretty good, and honestly, I don't think they're not that bad at all. So anyways, that is pretty much it for all of these new unexpected set leaks that came out. So if you guys like the video, please make sure to subscribe, like it, and stay tuned for more videos to come in the future. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one.